think today we'll look at the topsy-turvy world of the aerobatic pilots.
It sounds different.
For centuries, man watched with envy the flight of birds and dreamed of being able to match their skill and grace. The unsteady, shaky flight of the earliest aircraft was a far cry from the effortless soaring of the birds. But very soon, better aircraft with more reliable engines began to appear, and the pilots of these machines vied with one another at early flying demonstrations to prove the superiority of their craft.
Peter, it was during such a meeting that the Frenchman Pegou performed the first aerobatic maneuver when he looped his Blériot monoplane and the sport of aerobatics had been born. At the Experimental Aircraft Association's convention in Oshkosh, USA, you will find the best aerobatic aircraft and pilots the world has to offer, like this lovely lady, Airline Captain Julie Clark.
Well, Hannes, I hope she doesn't do any aerobatics while she's flying the passenger aircraft.
Well, I'm sure she doesn't, but let's watch Ron Cox flying his Green Machine, which is basically an overpowered biplane maximized for aerobatic maneuvers in a roll rate approaching that of a modern jet fighter. For more than 20 years, the Pitt Special dominated world-class aerobatic competition. Sean Tucker flying an S2B version of the Pitts demonstrates the aerobatic capabilities of this immensely strong biplane. During this performance, Sean will stress the aircraft to more than 8 Gs.
Well, it sounds impressive, but what is it, Hannes?
Well, in essence, it means that he and the airplane will become 8 times heavier. Suppose Sean weighs 80 kilograms and pulls 8 Gs, he will effectively weigh 640 kilograms, or 8 times the force of gravity. If all these figures don't mean anything to you, just take my word for it. The aircraft must be very strong and the pilot super fit.
And super crazy.
It was only the advent of space-age materials which allowed the designers to build a monoplane which could withstand the tremendous loads, like this laser flown by world champion Leo Laudenschlag. The monoplane has the advantage over the biplane that it has much less aerodynamic drag, or simply put, air resistance.
So it can go faster, in other words?
Yep. The maneuver that Leo is about to perform here is called the Lomshevak. In Czechoslovakian, it means the airplane goes crazy.
Goodness. But he's going to fall out of the sky, it looks like.
Well, it tumbles totally out of control until it comes. And Patty Wagstaff is another world-class aerobatic pilot and a member of the United States aerobatic team that flies a modern monoplane. She has a German-built Extra 230, and it just proves that the girls can do anything the guys can do. And sometimes much better too, I think.
Doesn't look like it.
I still maintain that the lure of pure aerial ballet remains with the classic biplane, and one can only admire the gracefulness of the beautifully executed maneuvers by the Holiday Information aerobatic team.
But Hannes, don't we have a South African team?
Yes, certainly. That's the Chubb team led by Scully Levine. I think that they are certainly as good or better than these guys.
That is a sensational world.
Old 1939 Tiger Moth, which was used extensively for pilot training during World War II, but the Americans have some superb examples. The Second World War saw what was probably the highest development of piston-engine-powered aircraft like these Mustang P-51s. These great planes fly today only through the efforts of members of the Experimental Aircraft Association. At the EAA's annual convention in Oshkosh, USA, many of these old warbirds are brought together by their owners who spend millions of dollars to keep them flying.